Hey guys, so I'm here and I'm going to be talking about what we've been learning on a physical level, what we've been learning on a mental level, and what we've been learning on an energetic level. So in class every week, I have a theme in the yoga and meditation class that I teach. And I just want to share with you what we've been learning, what we've been exploring. And this week, it's always something new. And this week, what we've discovered is that movement and feeling are two different things. Movement and feeling are two different things. So when we practice the asana or the movement practice of anything, could be yoga or whatever else you do, you feel, but in that feeling, you don't necessarily increase your level of proprioception or you increase your level of awareness in what you're doing. So let's say, for example, you do the same forward bend every single day. You may be always doing it the same exact way without actually feeling what you're doing. We have trillions of cells in the body, and most of us have not even felt like our big toe, right? We've been living in the same similar body for 20, 30, 40 years or more, and we don't necessarily increase our level of awareness in the body. And so why is that important? It's important because if we practice based on memory, right, then that means that we're not actually here in our actual experience, in our life experience of now, right? So if I kind of do a certain same routine all the time, I can be practicing from something I've done like 20 years ago, and it's a thought, it's a memory, right? Or I can be somewhere in the future where I'm thinking like where I want to go. I want that six-pack abs or whatever it is that you want, but you actually are not aware of, okay, that knee that is slightly, irritating you, and maybe it's not a big deal now, but in 5, 10, 20 years, that knee's going to be giving you problems. I'll give you like 100%, right? If you don't pay attention to what's going on now. So this is more of a preventative practice, is understanding you don't just need to move, you actually need to feel so that you can prevent yourself from injury, right? So one way of kind of practicing that and putting that into play is noticing when you are thinking your practice, thinking whatever it is you do, that push-up or that yoga posture, or even walking down the street to pick up the garbage or whatever it is, are you doing it from a place of thinking, or are you doing it from a place of actually feeling? And because we have trillions of cells in the body, the feeling, it's like it's infinite. You're never going to feel everything all the time, right? So that's the beauty of practice. It's like it constantly increases your awareness and your heightened sensation of feeling. And so then what starts to happen is you come into the experience of not just your physical body, but you also come into the experience of your emotions. Okay, that's a big thing, right? Because if we're not aware of our emotions and we're not feeling them now, they're going to come up. But if you learn how to stay in feeling versus thinking, you have the capacity to actually process your emotions, right? Instead of like 30 years continuing to think the same thing that your mother told you, like since you were 5, you actually can learn how to process it in the moment. You feel angry, you feel sad, you feel a certain way. You can start to approach and process what you're feeling emotionally through feeling, through sensation versus thinking, because you can think about the same thing, and that's what we do. We actually think the same thoughts. Pretty much, 90% of our thoughts are the same thoughts as yesterday and the day before. So yesterday was 20 years ago, you're thinking that same thought, right? So this is why this practice of understanding that feeling and movement are two different things, because you almost could be moving, but almost moving away and distracting yourself from what's the actual experience of now, what you're actually trying to process. So this is why, sometimes we don't necessarily get over stuff is because we're actually not giving it space in our physical body, right? So that's the thing for this week, and maybe it'll be the theme continued, but we'll see. Every week I'm going to talk to you about like what we've been exploring in class, and hopefully it will give you like insight into your practice. And if you have any like comments or feedback or insight on your own thing, then like let me know. I'll be here every week, and hope to connect to you either in person or here or wherever it is you are in the world, maybe in my neighborhood, or maybe you're all the way in Australia or something like that. So anyway, that's it for now. My name is Jayme Hernandez, and that's it. Feeling, movement, two different things. Bye.